Hi, this is George Alger. Welcome to today's segment of Our Ventura TV. Today we're going to be speaking about the Ventura Music Festival. And joining us is Nuvi Mehta, who is the artistic director for the festival. Welcome, Nuvi. And for those who may not know, can you give us a brief description of the Ventura Music Festival?
Sure. The Ventura Music Festival is an association in Ventura County that puts on music concerts. We intend have an intense 2-week festival itself. That happens at the very end of July and the beginning of August with it varies 6, 8, 9 headliners, but we put on 1 or 2 or 3 other concerts throughout the year. And these concerts are stars from every genre of music. Well, okay, not every genre, but we have a huge variety. There are a percentage of our audience that likes to come to more than one, and we try and find artists that are unique, that have a legacy, that are known. If they are less known, that they are cutting an incredible path within their genre. So we've presented top names in jazz, in classical, in crossover, in roots. And if you go to the Ventura Music Festival in the summertime, you're going to hear sort of a top artist in every different genre almost every night of the 2 weeks. So you're going to get music from sort of all sides.
Very cool. Do you happen to know how long the festival has been going on?
Yeah, this will be our 28th season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very good. And could you comment on what an artistic director means in reference to a festival?
Well, it really comes down to trying to get that balance of the different kinds of the music, the different kinds of artists, and tracking them down and trying to get them. I mean, it's not always easy to get the artists you want. We have years long history with agents and managers and artists, either that we have been pursuing and it's hard to get them because of their schedule. And then, when it comes through, you finally make that deal happen and you start to build the rest of the festival around that. If it's like, oh, this is one of the most important artists we've ever had, we're so excited about that. And then, okay, well, we want to mix up the genres because this person's jazz. And so we have an artistic committee as well. And then my job is to really sort of hand pick artists that will come through Ventura and play for 2 weeks, and then come back at whatever it is in the Christmas season or in the Valentine's or whatever days of the year that we're bringing headliners in, and then to talk about their art a little bit because occasionally an artist's particular new album or new direction might not be widely known to the public, and so I get out in front of that and I say, this is why we're bringing this artist. So I'm on stage quite often and out in the community telling people, support the Ventura Music Festival. And by the way, if you do, you'll get to hear, well, Diane Reeves, for example, coming this summer. I think she's our first Saturday, one of the great jazz singers of all time. I think I don't even remember how many Grammys she's won. I know she's the only, I think, jazz vocalist to win back-to-back Grammys on 2 separate occasions. Just one of the extraordinary talents and one of the hardest working, to create what she's done throughout her career. And, that's sort of the tip of the iceberg. I mean, you have to come visit the festival and see all who's coming. We have, unique talents. And when I say unique, I mean, we try to bring people that you're not going to necessarily, well, we bring some very famous people that you will hear wherever you are. You can go down to LA, they'll be there once a year maybe, or, you've probably heard them on TV and on radio, but we try and find that mix where sort of every night has something particularly unique about it. Mark O'Connor, for example, is coming, one of the most talented fiddle players in Americana roots music, bluegrass, but with this violin technique that classical violinists would die for, and who has written concertos for orchestras. And I think his first concerto, which I actually played backup in an orchestra when he was touring it, is the most often played new concerto in the past 50 years in America. He turns it into this great full classical piece, this architecture that tells a whole story, and it's all in bluegrass. He's coming as the Mark O'Connor duo with his wife Maggie O'Connor. He's also a guitar player. He's just one of those unique talents that musicians on both sides of the aisle, whether you're a pop musician or a country musician or a bluegrass or a classical violinist, you look at him and you say, well, forget it. I don't know how he does it. So,
Novi, that sounds wonderful. For those who may not have been to the festival in the past, can you kind of paint a broad picture, the venue and the dates that they tend to be?
Yeah, we're the last weekend of July. I think I don't have my calendar in front of me. I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think it's July 29th it begins. And we go through the following weekend, first weekend of August. Mark O'Connor and Diane Reeves are in the first weekend. Second weekend, Friday, is Ana Vidovic, one of my personal favorite classical guitarists. And then we have Special Effects All-Stars with Gianni Minucci, Grammy-nominated band. Gianni Minucci has multiple Emmys as a composer for television, and he's put together this absolute all-star band. It's smooth jazz, but it has rock influences past 3 decades. They are going to be at Rancho Campana, which is the auditorium at the high school in Camarillo. But I think all the other 5 will be at the Ventura College Performing Arts Center each night. I think Sundays are matinees.
Novi, we're almost out of time here, but I wonder if you could let folks know if they really need to buy their tickets early. In other words, can they buy them the day of the show, or is they're typically gone by then?
It depends. There are typically tickets left. The most popular shows that we do sell out. I think if you want Diane Reeves tickets, I recommend getting them early.
Okay, that's cool. So we're just about ready to wrap up here. I wonder if you could sneak in the website that viewers could go to for more information, and if you have a very, very quick summating message for the viewers.
Ventura Music Festival.org, all one word, VenturaMusicFestival.org. You're going to get sent to new places. You're going to have new stories when you visit the Ventura Music Festival. That's what music does generally, and in particular with our sort of very varied grouping of artists. Those are nights that you're not likely to forget. That's our goal, and if you come to the Ventura Music Festival, I think you'll agree that we tend to succeed.
Nuvi, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
This is George Alger signing off for this segment of Our Ventura TV. Until we meet again.